Most people live with their cat for years and still miss some of the quietest signals they share. Not because they don't care, but because cats rarely ask for attention in obvious ways. There's a small, almost invisible way your cat shows love, and it's easy to overlook. There's one subtle behavior, almost easy to miss. No sound, no drama, no clear signal. Yet once you notice it, your understanding of your cat begins to change, slowly, naturally, and in a much calmer way. Let's take a gentle look at what this behavior really means and why it matters more than most people realize. If you live with a cat, you already know they move through the world quietly. They don't announce their feelings. They don't ask for reassurance out loud. Most of what they express happens in moments that seem ordinary. Imagine this. You're sitting on the couch doing nothing in particular. Your cat enters the room, pauses for a second, and then settles nearby. Not on your lap, not demanding anything, just close enough. And that moment passes without much thought. But something important just happened there. Something rooted in trust, not habit. And that's one of the ways cats quietly show comfort around us. One of the most misunderstood cat behaviors is when they choose proximity without contact. People often expect affection to look like cuddling or purring, but cats don't always express closeness through touch. Sometimes, being near is the message. When a cat positions themselves a few feet away, within your space but not inside it, they're saying the environment feels safe. They've decided there's no need to stay alert, no need to watch every corner of the room. And that choice is deliberate. Cats don't relax by accident. They calculate safety carefully, moment by moment. It's fascinating how even simple behaviors can tell us so much. Here's something most people don't notice at first. Cats rarely rest deeply unless they trust what's around them. That includes you. A cat sleeping with their back turned toward you isn't ignoring you. They're doing the opposite. They're allowing themselves to be vulnerable in your presence. They're trusting that nothing will go wrong. That quiet confidence doesn't come quickly. It builds slowly, through routine and consistency, through the absence of pressure. And that's one of the ways cats quietly show security around us. Sometimes love shows up in movement, or the lack of it. You may notice your cat following you from room to room, not hovering, not begging, just appearing wherever you happen to be. At first, it can feel coincidental, but after a while, the pattern becomes familiar. Kitchen, bedroom, living room, there they are again. This behavior isn't about dependency, it's about shared presence. Your cat is choosing to align their day with yours. Notice how small gestures like this happen every day without words. And there's something even more subtle happening here. Cats often mirror the emotional tone of the people they trust. If you sit quietly, they settle quietly. If the house feels calm, they relax more deeply. They're sensitive to shifts most humans don't notice, and they adjust themselves accordingly. This isn't obedience, it's emotional attunement. Your cat isn't responding to commands, they're responding to atmosphere. And that quiet alignment is another form of affection, one that asks nothing in return. It's fascinating how even this can become a shared rhythm. You might also notice your cat blinking slowly at you, just once or twice, then nothing. Most people assume it means sleepiness, but in cat language, slow blinking is intentional. It's a signal of relaxation and trust, a way of saying, "I'm comfortable here." Cats don't close their eyes around things they fear. They keep watch. They stay ready. So when your cat blinks slowly in your direction, it's a small but meaningful choice. And when you blink back, slowly, you're quietly speaking their language. That mutual pause creates a shared moment of calm. Sometimes affection appears in routines we stop noticing, like the way your cat waits nearby while you prepare food, not asking, not vocalizing, just being there. They're not always hungry. Often, they're simply participating in your day, observing, sharing space, finding comfort in predictability. Cats thrive on familiarity. They find peace in patterns that repeat, and when you become part of that pattern, you become part of their emotional landscape. And that's one of the ways cats quietly include us in their world. Another small behavior that often goes unnoticed, your cat bringing themselves into your line of sight. They don't interrupt, they don't demand eye contact, they simply place themselves where you'll notice them eventually. It's not attention-seeking in the way we expect. It's presence sharing, a gentle reminder of connection without pressure, a soft, "I'm here," without words. Cats understand boundaries deeply. They rarely cross them accidentally. So when your cat positions themselves within your awareness, it's a deliberate choice worth noticing. There's also the way cats respond after you've been gone. Not with excitement, not with noise, but with calm acknowledgement. A brief look, a slow stretch, a quiet return to what they were doing. This doesn't mean indifference, it means security. They trusted you would return, and you did. And that reliability strengthens their bond over time. Cats don't dramatize reunions, they internalize them, and that quiet confidence is built on love that feels stable. Sometimes affection shows up through grooming behaviors. Your cat may lick their fur near you, or clean their paws while resting close by. These moments feel ordinary, but they're not meaningless. Grooming happens when a cat feels safe enough to focus inward. They're lowering their guard. They're choosing comfort over vigilance, and they're doing it in your presence. That's not something cats take lightly. It's a subtle indicator of trust. And it happens more often than people realize. You might also notice your cat choosing the same spot near you every day. Not the warmest place, not the highest perch, but the one that keeps you within reach. Cats are intentional about where they rest. They weigh safety, visibility, and comfort carefully. So when they consistently choose a spot near you, it's not random, it's relational. That place becomes part of their emotional map, associated with calm, with familiarity, with you. And that's one of the ways cats quietly anchor themselves. Even silence can be a sign of affection. A cat that feels secure doesn't need to vocalize constantly. They don't need reassurance. They already feel settled. If your cat spends time near you without making a sound, they're not bored. They're content. And contentment is a form of trust. Cats don't waste energy expressing what feels stable. They express what feels uncertain. So silence, in many cases, is a sign that things feel right. It's fascinating how peace can be such a strong signal. Another gentle behavior. Your cat choosing to sit with their tail relaxed, not flicking. A slowly moving tail, or one resting completely, often means your cat feels balanced. They're not on edge. They're not preparing to react. Tail language is complex, but stillness often indicates calm. And calm is rarely accidental. It's a response to an environment that feels safe, an environment you're part of. Notice how these moments don't demand anything. They simply exist. Cats also express affection by respecting your routines. They learn your habits quickly. Your wake-up time, your quiet moments, your patterns of movement. And over time, they adjust themselves to fit around them. Not to please, but to coexist. To share space without friction. To create harmony. That kind of adjustment requires awareness, and awareness requires care. It's fascinating how quietly that bond forms. Sometimes love looks like restraint, a cat choosing not to wake you, not to jump on you, not to interrupt your rest. They wait, they observe, they adapt. Cats that feel secure don't need constant engagement. They trust that connection doesn't disappear during silence, and that trust deepens the relationship in subtle ways. It's one of the least obvious and most meaningful signals they give.